know why everybody keeps saying they're ready when they know they're not ready. So like I said, if America was to get invaded right now, all them houses over there is unaware that I'm standing right here. And I ain't got nothing but a machete. And I'm pretty sure I can get a lot of people over there. Gone. And that's just little old me. Imagine motherfucking Chinese motherfucker, terrorist motherfucker, Taliban. They got them choppers, grenades, rocket launchers. That whole neighborhood over there could get wiped out with one shot. They unaware that I'm right here. Even if some shit get blowed up over there, where the fuck you gonna run at? To the woods? Where we at? Where the motherfucking people will be at? Y'all gonna run right into the truck and get fucking slaughtered. I'm tired of hearing, I got my Glock. I got my Glock. I got that. Nigga can't even run 0.2 miles. Niggas can't even sprint. When the last time y'all niggas ran up a flight of stairs and not getting tired? Let alone run all the way from the fuck over there to the woods just to get slaughtered. It ain't just the houses. Look at the motherfucking businesses. It ain't nothing but a bunch of businesses. Nobody is aware that I'm right here right now. So imagine you got a bunch of motherfuckers that's ready to cause harm to motherfucking Americans because America is at war with multiple countries right now. And they ass in the fucking wood. You don't know shit. Your ass on the way to the store to buy some motherfucking groceries. On the way to the bank. Finna take your kids to the motherfucking park to pick them up from school. Y'all ain't prepared. Y'all not riding around with no motherfucking choppers and Glocks and rocket launchers and grenades, bulletproof vests. Y'all damn sure don't got no motherfucking survival skills. Not one person over there glanced over here and be like, damn, I wonder if a motherfucker in the woods. Imagine a nigga got a rocket launcher or some shit. All that whole strip, all these cars riding by, everything will be in motherfucking ruins. And it won't be shit that you can do about it. So please, stop commenting like you motherfucking John Wicks. All I'm just saying is practice. Train a little bit. Read up on some survival skills if you ever get lost in any type of capacity. Learn how to use a fucking compass. Get some slight tools. Any motherfucking thing. Shit, learn how to swing, knock down a tree, cut down some branches. Learn how to tie a fucking knot. Just learn how to do essential survival skills. Stop taking everything to heart. Because when it comes down to it, the elderly is gonna be dying. The kids is gonna be dying. The people with the best survival skills in the world, a lot of them gonna be dying, but they got a better chance of surviving than shit ever fucking went left. Or we turned into a fucking third world. That's all I'm saying. Stay safe, stay vigilant.
This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. I want to first and foremost give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth, this 100% truth, the true way of worshiping the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, whose name is Yahushai. I want to say peace and salutation to your hopeful elect out there that believe sincerely in his truth. Shalom. This is your brother Mayim, coming from the GMS Memphis camp, coming back at you once again with another lesson, and I hope this lesson be edifying to the elect. Let's get to it. And as you heard in the introduction with that Jake, how he was explaining that the American people, they're not prepared. They're not prepared for a catastrophic event or a black swan event. And you Israelites, you 2/3, you definitely not prepared. Nowhere near. So if something was to happen, something was to take place suddenly, you're going to be caught off guard. Because you're not watching, you're not paying attention to the signs, what's going on in the world. You're just too busy, being drunken off the cares of this life. So whatever destruction come to America, hey, you're just going to get caught up in it. It's 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So let's break down this scripture, this precept right here. It said, be sober. So let's go into this word sober right quick. This is the word sober from the Blue Letter Bible, G3525, outline of biblical usage. It said to be sober, to be calm and collective in the spirit, to be temperate. Now you go into that word temperate, it goes into self-control, like having discipline. You got to have discipline over your flesh, not always feeding your flesh, the things of this world. Otherwise, it also says in the scriptures, it said, In Sirach, it said, my son, prove thy soul and find out what's evil and give not thyself unto it. Because it can be something that's lawful, but at the same time, it's not expedient for you. It's not good for you. So you got to have temperance. You got to have discipline over yourself to keep yourself sober in the spirit. Not too much of this, not too much of that, drinking all the time or going out having fun. You got to have discipline to keep yourself sober in the spirit. It said this and passionate, circumspect. Keep that word in mind, circumspect. Now let's jump down to the strong definition. It said, be discreet, be sober, watch. And that's what you got to do. You have to watch. Like, watch what's going on in this world. Watch the news, you know. You watch the world news, read articles, see what's going on in this world. Because there's a whole lot of things that's changing. And Esau Edom, he making moves, left and right. Everything changing by the second. So you always got to be watching, paying attention. It says, be sober, be vigilant. Now let's go into this word vigilant. This is the word vigilant. It says, this is the word vigilant from the Google Dictionary. It said, keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulty. So this is what you're watching for. Danger. Like you seeing evils for to take place before it even take place. So you got to be measuring the time with these scriptures, because these scriptures let you know what's going to take place before it happened. Let's keep going. It said, what does it mean to be vigilant? AI overview. It said to be vigilant means be watchful, alert, and careful, paying close attention to your surroundings or a specific situation to detect potential danger, problems, or threat. So you got to be paying close attention to your surroundings. Like what's going on around you? Let's go to Ephesians right quick. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fool, but as wise. And you go into this word, you break down this word circumspect. The word circle means around. Spec means to look. So you looking around you. You paying close attention to what is going on around you. Like you could be in a certain area that you know that it's danger. Like, man, going to the club. Like, those are things that you need to stay away from. Like these clubs, being at house parties, being somewhere that some can just pop off. That's being wise. But someone that a fool, they want to be somewhere where it's danger. They don't care because they all about having fun, having pleasure. That's why it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. A wise person is not going to be all out and about where it's danger can take place. They're going to be in the house A fool, they always about mirth, having fun, having pleasure. And that's why, hey, Jake get gunned down these days. This person got gunned down at a house party. This person got gunned down at the club because they too busy caught up in mirth. Let's go to this. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 4. It said, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. It said, but the hearts of the fools is in the house of mirth. They're all about fun time, having a good time, chasing pleasure. But hey, those are going to be the ones that get caught off guard because they're not watching, they're not paying attention. It's not a time to be always caught up in some pleasure activities. This is not the time. Scripture speak about it's a time for everything. Matter of fact, let me get this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Let's jump down to verse 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. So this land, it's a time for everything. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. So it's a time, where you can have fun, dance, have a good time. But the point is, we not in those times. What the times we in? We in these times right here. Jumping down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. We're in the times where, the love of many is waxing cold. People showing hatred towards one another. We're in a time of war. A lot of wars, going on. Fit to be a civil war, civil unrest. So these are the times we are living in, bad times, evil times. And you will notice if you watch and you paid attention to what's going on. Let's go back to let me see as we done with the Ephesians right quick. Yeah, let's go back to Ephesians. It's back at Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Redeeming means to buy. Now we know we can't buy back time, but we can make good use of the opportunity that we got right now, the time that we got right now. So this opportunity that you got right now in these times, you need to, be watching, be circumspect. Why? Because the days are evil. Let's go back to 1 Peter's. This 1 Peter's chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Because we got the spiritual counterpart of Satan, these demons, workers on the minds of people. Then you got the physical counterpart of Satan, snare you with his devices, his traps, his plans. So you have to be sober, be vigilant, be temperate in the spirit. See, this is how you're going to be calm, cool, and collective in the spirit, being temperate, watching, paying attention, what's going on. So you can be stable in the times to come. So when all evil and all hell break loose, you're going to be one of those ones that's going to be stable, going to be prepared for all hell breaking loose, because you was paying close attention to what is going on. You measure the time diligently. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. So this kingdom that we live in, Esau, Edom is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning that follow it. So this age, this kingdom going to pass away, but the Lord's words is going to stand. It shall not pass away. It said, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your heart be overcharged with the surfeiting and the drunkenness and the cares of this life. So you don't want to be drunken of the cares of this life, you know, being caught up with the philosophy, the doctrine of this world. Before you know it, you got back entangled with the cares of this life. Now you back drunken with the philosophy of Christianity, that doctrine. You back drunken, celebrating these pagan holidays. So you under that heavy influence of this life. So now that day is going to come upon you unawares. And what is that day? The day of the Lord. Because that day of the Lord is going to catch a lot of these Israelites off guards. 2/3 of our people. Because they not watching. They're not paying attention. It said, for as a snare shall it come on all of them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. So it's going to come up on them as a snare, as a trap. Like a bird's not going to see a bird trap coming. You know, it just get caught up in it. Same thing as fishes. They get caught by that fish net. They don't see it coming. So this is how the Lord's going to catch a lot of 2/3 of our people off guard. It's going to, whatever they chasing, whatever they giving themselves unto, the pleasures, that's their snare, that's their trap that they're going to get caught in. Verse 36, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. So the Lord, letting you know what to do. Watch, pay attention to what's going on, measure the time, and pray always. Pray without ceasing. Never stop praying. For you can be accounted worthy to escape all the things that are going to come to pass, the perilous times, the evil times, the bad times, all the destruction that's going to come to the shores of America. For you can be able to stand before the Son of Man. And that's what you want to pray that you be found worthy to do. You want to be without blameless, without fault, with no guile. So be vigilant. So that's all I had. Hey, shalom.